Hello folks, my name's MacKenzie. I study astrophysics just up the road at the University of Glasgow. Tell you a bit about myself. My favourite planet's Saturn, although sadly someone else already went and put a ring on it. Glad you fell for such a cheesy pun there. If anybody here tonight would like me to read their horoscope for them, just feel free, just fuck off. Yeah, so I'm really glad to be here at Bright Club tonight. In fact, I'm really glad to just be here in one piece tonight, because earlier in the day, this is a true story by the way, just today I was walking along Dumbarton Road and I got knocked over by a car. So the thing is, I was just standing there waiting to cross at a T-junction, right? Main road here, another road here. There's a taxi driver coming down here and the taxi driver stops and he waves me on and I think, oh that's lovely, he's been dead nice and waving me on, and I step 2 feet into the road and then I get whacked by another car and I land on the deck. And then I realise I'm okay, pick myself up. If I wasn't okay, I wouldn't be here tonight. Pick myself up, and the driver gets out of the car, and he comes round, inspects the damage in his car, and I say, oh sorry mate, sorry, to the guy that's nearly killed me. I think that's the ultimate sign of being British. Right. So tonight I'm going to talk to you about gravitational waves, right? Which are sort of, I know there's a few physicists in the audience probably, but I'm guessing most of you won't have heard of them before. So my goal tonight is to turn you all into science hipsters, okay? I want you to all be able to say, I was into gravitational waves before they were cool, right? If they'll ever be cool. Ooh, one gravitational wave physicist in the audience doesn't like that. Yeah, so a good way to think about the universe and gravity in general is to imagine a trampoline, right? Now, trampolines are awesome, and you can do some cool stunts with them. You can pretend you're a kangaroo, if you want. Just don't do what I did last week, which was accidentally look over my neighbour's fence and see a couple of elderly people sunbathing naked. Wasn't good. But although Mrs. Wilson's in tonight, can I say, looking fine. So yeah, back to the science. Gravitational waves, right? What I want you all to do right now is to imagine a pig on a trampoline, okay? Just stand on the trampoline, and the heavier the pig is, the more it will work the surface of the trampoline, right? And this is sort of an analogy to how gravity works. If the pig represented, say, a star or a planet, if you put another smaller object on the trampoline, say a tennis ball, something spherical, football, Simon Cowell's head, it'll roll towards the bottom of the depression. And that's a bit like how gravity works, how planets orbit stars and stars orbit in the galaxy and stuff like that. So, but if you want to imagine a black hole, just imagine a whale on a trampoline, because it fucks everything up. Right? So, I'm going to talk about gravitational waves, and a way of imagining them is to imagine the pig jumping up and down in the trampoline, okay? Now, it doesn't matter what the pig's called. I'm going to keep jumping. It doesn't matter what the pig's called. It could be Mr. Oinky, could be Percy, could be David Cameron. It doesn't really matter. But the pig's jumping up and down the trampoline, and as he's doing it, it sends out ripples in the surface of the trampoline, right? And this is an analogy for how gravitational waves work. They're created in the most violent and devastating events in the universe. And I know we're in Glasgow, but I'm not talking about Old Firm match days, okay? Yeah, I'm actually talking about when stars explode in supernovas, or when things like black holes and neutron stars collide. And these gravitational waves, as they go through the universe, they stretch and expand space-time, which I conveniently forgot to mention earlier in my previous description of the universe. The trampoline surface represents space-time, right? And so as they travel through the universe, they expand and contract this space-time, and they cause very small effects. So it's a bit like the size of the distance between the sun and the nearest star changing by the width of a human hair. The effect is tiny. It's so tiny, I'm going to demonstrate how small it is to you tonight, but I need a volunteer. Someone from the front row, perhaps? Jack, I think it has to be you, come on stage. Give Jack a big round of applause, please. Jack, I want you to stand here, and if you could just hold that for me, the scroll at either end there. Okay. Right. Now, physicists represent the number of the effect of the typical gravitational wave to be something like 1 part in 10 to the power of minus 25. Now, for those who don't speak technobabble, it's an incredibly small number. It's like a 1 with this many zeros in front of it. Now, if you could just unravel this and keep going. Yeah, oh, be careful, don't break it. No. Just grab it. Someone else grab it.
Someone grab that.
Yeah, it's okay. Just keep going, Jack. Keep going, keep going. Oh,
no.
Oh, you're a disaster, Jack. There we are, right? Keep going. Is it done yet?
No,
nearly there.
There it is.
Right? It's an incredibly small number, right? That is about equivalent to about the same amount of money as the Greeks have left in their treasury. Alternative versions of that joke are, how many brain cells does the average Big Brother contestant have? Or how many votes are Lib Dem's going to get in the next election? Thanks very much. Can you give Jack a big round of applause, please? Just drop it on the floor, Thanks, Jack. Right, so how do you detect these incredibly small gravitational waves? Well, you need a really, really sensitive detector, right? So, around the world, there's a network of gravitational wave detectors, and there's some in America, in typical American fashion. They're huge. They're big L-shaped things, 4 kilometers long each way, like that. Here, just in case you didn't know what the letter L looked like. Here in the UK, we operate one in Germany, with the Germans as well, which is only 600 meters long. But as we all know, it's not the size, it's how you use it. Isn't that right? She knows what I'm talking about. So yeah, these gravitational wave detectors are so sensitive, they'll pick up things like the daily tides from hundreds of miles away, they'll pick up clouds passing overhead, they'll even pick up, and I'm not making this up, they'll pick up rabbits shagging nearby. So somewhere in the world right now, there's a physicist sitting at a computer trying to filter out bunnies fucking. That's actually true, it's fantastic. To give you an idea of how hard it is to find the signal, the right signal that you want out of all this crap noise, it's like trying to hear good music at a Justin Bieber gig. It's that difficult. So why would you want to find these gravitational waves in the first place, right? Well, if we do detect gravitational waves, it'll be a whole new way of seeing the universe. It'll be like having an extra sense that you never knew you had before. It'll be a bit like walking into the front door of your house, going into your kitchen, looking behind the fridge and realising that there's a hidden room behind your fridge, and then finding out that your girlfriend's been sleeping with the milkman for the past 3 months. Yeah. But what if we don't find gravitational waves? That's another possibility. Well, it'd be a bit disappointing, but it would also tell us lots of interesting stuff about the universe, you know, that our theory of gravity is not right. So it'd be a bit like coming home, opening the front door, going into the kitchen, finding the hidden room behind your fridge, and then finding out that your girlfriend just didn't exist in the first place. Although for most physicists, having an imaginary girlfriend is about this default thing, so not too much of a problem. So, if in a few years' time, you see the headline, physicists detect gravitational waves, just remember that thousands of physicists, well, a few physicists around the world, have worked tirelessly for the equivalent of 1 million Justin Bieber gigs just to try and find that, and no amount of professional psychological help will ever help fix them. Thanks very much. I've been MacKenzie.